Hey guys, Sanjay here, and before we get started with the review of Xiaomi's Mi router, I have one word for this product, that is amazing. So let's get started. Let's start with the build quality and ports available on the router. On the front side we have matte finish which feels good and makes the cleaning good too. I personally used Dettol to clean it with a cloth and it immediately started shining. White color can be a little problematic as it acquires dust over time, but you can surely become creative and draw something on it by using a pen or marker. And there is no wall mount at the back side, so it's not possible to mount the router on the wall directly, but you can surely use some desi techniques or to be sophisticated DIY techniques to mount the router on the wall. If we move to the back side, then you will find the plug for power input, then one Ethernet port to accept the internet connection from your ISP, that is internet service provider, or if you are setting it up in bridging mode, then you can connect other routers Ethernet port there too. After that, there are two Ethernet ports to connect to your devices and one USB port to attach hard disk or pen drive. And this is the feature which never really worked for me, but I'll talk about that in a bit. And after that there is a small reset button, and obviously the reset button is to reset the router. And in the front there is LED indicator for working internet connection indication. Blue light means the internet is working as it is written on the MIH site, but I found that even when the internet is not working, the light just turns blue, so that's something surprising. Many other indications like Wi-Fi, LAN ports connected are missing, so if you are used to looking at the router and see which ports are on and if the Wi-Fi is turned on or turned off, then you will surely miss that feature here also. And there is no dedicated button to turn on or turn off the Wi-Fi also. Basically there are no buttons on the router except for the reset button which I showed you earlier. And here two antennas are present and they give very long range. We'll talk about that also in the range department. I'll give 9 out of 10 for the build quality considering how small it is and the materials which I used to make the router. Now let's talk about the range and connectivity of this router. With this router we can get up to 1 Gbps. Yeah, you heard it right, 1 Gbps speed, but only with wireless connectivity. This means transferring files from device to device wirelessly will be crazy fast thanks to that 802.11 AC support, but the Ethernet ports on this router are only 100 Mbps, so if you have higher end internet connection then this may affect you. Unfortunately I have only 2 Mbps connection, so 100 Mbps is also a very huge number for me, and as the Ethernet ports are only 100 Mbps, even the transfer speeds on the hard disk won't be as good as it was wirelessly. And as I said earlier, even after attaching the pen drive or hard disk to the router, it did not show up on the computer or on the mobile app of the router, and it was quite hectic to search for the solution. And as I was searching for the solution, I realized that most of the people are facing this problem, so I tried to switch the firmwares from stable version to developer version. Yes, developer version firmware is also present for the Mi router. Even after that it didn't work and I was on the latest firmware. Obviously Xiaomi needs to fix this issue as early as possible. Wireless range is just amazing with the 2.4 GHz band. It's far better than the TP-Link router that I had earlier. 5 GHz band is also present, so you can connect your 5 GHz devices to it for a more stable and better connection. And even if I keep the antennas in normal position, it was able to cover my complete house. So if your house is bigger than mine, then play around with the antennas to better suit your needs. And there are 3 modes in which you can keep the signal strength of the router, and that is wall, standard and energy saving. Even when I kept it on standard, it was able to cover my complete house, so no issues whatsoever with that. And if you keep it to wall, then it will surely consume more power and give you better range. And if your house is bigger, as I said earlier, you can use the wall setting. And yes, changing this does affect the range, and it's not just another gimmicky feature over here. So we talked about the range and connectivity, which is very good considering its price. Now let's talk about the PC interface and mobile application of the router, which according to me is the best feature. To set up the router, simply go to miwifi.com, and when you attach the router to your PC first time, it will go to the site automatically. You don't have to do anything and you can set it up. But if you are a triple PoE or PPPoE connection user, then go to the third column over here and then go to the second column over here and put your details in these boxes, because when you're doing this for the first time, you will not be able to read anything, trust me, because everything is in Chinese. And at the first page you can find the real-time network status and how much bandwidth is being used by the connected device. Then you can keep an eye on the amount of data those devices are consuming, and in addition to that you can completely block internet connection to those devices too. Super amazing to irritate my brother. So I use this feature a lot and it works completely fine. You can see the amount of CPU and memory used too. So let's go to the third column once again, and in this column now you can change the Wi-Fi passwords for each band and enable or disable separate bands. So if you want only 2.4 GHz band, then you can enable that and disable the 5 GHz band. And not only this, but you can also set up a guest network and control that also. And we rarely see this type of addition in budget routers. And if we go over here, then you can upgrade the router manually. So yeah, you can do that. And if we go to the advanced settings now, then you can see many advanced options, which frankly speaking I did not use. VPN connection can be set up from here too. I know VPN connections and all, but I did not set it up yet. Now let's switch to the mobile app. From here you can control all these things too. So once again, to block my brother's internet connection, I don't even need to get up and walk to my PC and just go to mewifi.com and do those things. I can just do it from here. If in future the USB starts working, then you can see the files over here and you can start downloading the files directly to the pen drive. But one of the coolest feature of the app is automatic backup to pen drive. So you can back up your photos to your pen drive, which is attached to the router, or if you have attached hard disk, then you can back up those photos to hard disk directly. Even though the pen drive is not detected, this backup feature works super fine. And for the first time when I connected my pen drive to PC after removing from the router, I was surprised to see all the photos over there, and I was like, oh my god, this is cool. And when you are setting up the router for the first time, you can even connect it to your present Wi-Fi connection and use this router, that is use Xiaomi router as repeater, and it will increase the range once again. So you can use it as repeater by connecting to the wireless connection which is present already in your house. So this wraps up my review of Xiaomi's router, and to be honest, I'll keep this router any day rather than having the TP-Link router, the old kind of thing. And if you do wanna pick one up, then I bought it from Banggood.com. I'll give the direct link in the description box below. And the good news is you'll also get discount codes in the description box below. So if you are in a need of router, then just go ahead and order this. And I know that you guys will ask about the customs and everything like that. So let me tell you that it came in the house just in a month and no custom charges. So go ahead and order one for yourself. Totally recommended. And as this router was so good, I have already ordered Xiaomi's flagship in routers and excited to check that out too, because it has 1 TB of hard disk inbuilt. So yeah, this is it for this video guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you have any video requests, then do let me know about that in the comment section below. I'll surely try to make one now. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching.